Very happy to see you guys, and I hope that what I will be talking about today will be useful for you. Maybe some information will be already that you know already, but probably to see your work from another point of view, from the point of view of producer and curator and the art manager and the person who organizes art PR and all these promotion activities for artists can be useful for you. I hope so. And on daily basis, I collaborate and interact with digital artists. And as far as we know, digital art is a very broad term. So today we will speak about promotion and PR tools for digital artists in broad sense. So we will see some media, we will see some open calls, we will see some advices that can be useful for your digital promotion. So let's start. If you don't mind, I will share my screen now. Just give me a sec. Okay, great. Yeah, let's start. Let me make it a little smaller. Okay, so you can see our topic today, and let's start our conversation from analyzing why digital art is so in fashion now. From my observation and from your point of view, this is a really very interesting community. This is the feeling of community is very important, and we will speak today how to use, but use it as not the right word, but how to participate in this community and think about how to be there in a smart way, let's say. Digital community or community of digital artists is very dynamic, so we can see a lot of things happening there, new open calls, new contests, new possibilities, new ways of collaborate, and so on. So my first advice here will be that you really need to follow all the trends, to follow all that appears in this field. We will speak today about Facebook groups that can be also useful for promotion of your art and to be updated about what's going on in the world of digital art. I will show you some open calls. Maybe some of them will be already that you already know, but some of them will be new for you, I'm sure. Probably you already put your attention that it is very cool, and digital art, I'm sorry for misprint, digital art is made for internet. So during these very turbulent times of coronavirus and pandemic around the world, we can see a lot of possibilities for digital artists to promote their art. So it is really very hard situation for those who create their art in classic and traditional and academic techniques, but it's time for digital art. It is definitely so. Yeah, digital art is in fashion, and we will see today some museums that open digital art, let's say departments and exhibitions in very classical environment. Digital art is a diversity of methods, of techniques, and it also gives you a lot of possibilities. And digital art is a future. So even, let's say, normal people now becoming more and more ready to buy digital art. That is good news for us too. Okay, let's go. We will start from some institutions that are, let's say, basic and basic for those who work in the field of digital art that I really recommend to follow on social networks and to visit. That will make your vision about what's going on in digital art world more complete. Okay, here we have a list, but I prefer to go to their website. It will be more visual. Okay, let's start from where? From here. Intercommunication Center, and it is in Tokyo. And here we can see a lot of exhibitions dedicated to digital art. Why it should be interesting for you if you are creating your personal art projects. But here we can find more information about digital art in general. And this thing was founded in 1990. And it's an amazing place where you can find not only classical exhibitions, not only classical shows, but a lot of experimental projects. And also from time to time, you can see here some open calls and some contests for digital artists that I really invite you to participate in. So here I can find also useful materials, unfortunately only in Japanese, but hopefully colleagues will translate it into English and we can all enjoy, for example, media art chronology. So that is the first thing that I want to recommend you. And here you can find also a channel of this institution that is also very interesting to see what's going on in Japan and that part of the world in sense of digital art and new techniques and new ideas that can be interesting also for your work. Then, of course, we are going to Center for Art and Media, Karlsruhe. And here you can also find a lot of beautiful exhibitions that can be also very inspiring for your work, and also some open calls and some collaboration projects will be, and they are here to participate and to be presented online and to be presented in this very beautiful museum and very useful, let's say, base for showing your artwork. Yeah. I will save the list with all the links for your work, so don't be worried that we are going from one to another. Then, of course, ICAA International that was founded also in 1990. It is a community that also organizes symposia, and you can participate or you can visit it, or you can use these materials that are created for this symposia. And that is very vibrant community of digital artists. And you can also study archives, and also you can read about news dedicated to digital art. And that is completely, completely recommended and highly recommended thing that I really want you to visit to see if you haven't been to this symposium yet, but I recommend it. Then, of course, we are going to Transmediale. Yeah, if we are talking about, wow, what's going on in digital art world, we should definitely pay attention to this event. And yeah, it's full of different information, but you can choose whatever you want, whatever you feel can be useful for your work. But also, digital art is the idea that I started from. It's a great community. So to be part of this community and to feel the rhythms, to feel trends, to feel the ideas that are circling around, it's very important. So here you can find also a view of on digital art in Europe, in events that are going on there. And also you can follow here some call for entry, call for proposals. My idea is you should be really very active to be presented online. Because from the point of view of curator, when we are looking for artists to invite to participate in solo show or group show, we need to see what is the activity of every artist. Is he or she presented here, there, and what we can say about the projects that were already realized by these artists. So Transmediale, of course, you should pay attention on this event. Okay, let's go further. Yeah, and of course, more and more museums are making digital art section And here's a beautiful article about museums boosting the scene of digital art that I really recommend you to read. And of course, Whitney Museum of American Art that pays attention now to digital art. The ZKM Center for Art and Media that we already mentioned. A new museum in New York, of course. All these museums that I name you, please go to their websites and follow their social networks, go to Instagram, follow them. This way you will understand, okay, what I'm doing, is it really something that is, I don't know, can be interesting to the public? What is my style? How should I promote my art better? So I really recommend you to follow these museums on social networks. Walker Art Center, PS1, of course. Yeah, what we have here. Institute of Contemporary Art, London. For those of us who are from London, you know this. Ars Electronica Center, and today we will speak about our Ars Electronica Prize. Yeah, of course. San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, Serpentine Galleries, Bill Center of Art and Technology, Victoria and Albert Museum, yeah, of course. Yeah, HEK, Haus der Elektronischen Künste, Basel, Switzerland. Intercommunication Center that we mentioned in the beginning of our conversation. FACT Liverpool, Hardware, Marienkunst Weren, Laboral Center for Art Industrial Creation, Frankfurt, Kunstverein, sorry, German is not my strong point, and B2.sit in Sweden. So I will send you this link so you can study these museums and to see, wow, maybe I should think about what project can be offered to this museum, because all these museums, they open, they are inviting artists from all the world to participate, to show their art, and we need to use this opportunity. Okay, let me go back to the presentation. Oh, where is it? It's here. Yeah, let's go further. Yeah, art prizes. Of course, you know about Ars Electronica Prize. Okay, let's see what is about Ars Electronica now. Where is it? It is here. So from mid-January, you can again submit entries to the Prix Ars Electronica. So put it in your calendar, because if this project that you are creating now will be so amazing, so beautiful, of course you should apply to Ars Electronica. Of course you should show it. Of course you should speak with people about your work. Pay attention to this prize. I'm not going further in details. You can study all the requirements on their website. All I can say that you should be very active. You should participate in different art prizes. Maybe it's obvious, but let me just remind you about it. Okay, then what we have Lumen Prize. Yeah, very, very good prize made for those who are creating their art in digital field and digital instruments. So yeah, here you can also find all the dates and so on, all the requirements. You can, yeah, join the Lumen Artist community and reward program. You can see the jury that is revising your artworks. How to enter, all the information is here. So be active and go and check what is it. Then very interesting prize, Arte Laguna Prize, that is located in Italy, in Venice. And from last year, they have also this section for digital art. Now we can see that it's for works entirely created using the computer or digital applications and devices, installations or performances in which the use of digital media plays a key role in the creative process and content. Net art, software, interactive devices, video games, augmented reality, virtual art projects, rapid prototyping, etc. Works featuring an installation will have to be adaptable to the exhibition space available. That's some words about this contest, about this competition. It already exists 15 years, and now the process of open call is going on, and and the exhibition is taking place in Venice, in Arsenale di Venezia, the place where the Biennale di Venezia taking place. And that is absolutely fantastic, because it is not only the competition, and it is not only kind of contest like other ones. It is a great community that also unites directors of museums and galleries, curators, art journalists, art collectors, and so on. So being presented once in this competition and the final show, you will be definitely noticed by art professionals around the world, because it's really very, very international prize. Yeah, let me show you location, yeah, calendar. Yeah, so now the finalist exhibition for the previous edition is going on in Venice. So if you are in Venice till 21st of November, for sure you should go there. Okay, what else I can say about this? Let me show you something else. Yeah, and it is not only the competition, it is also the platform Laguna world, where you can present your art, and it will be your, let's say, your place for your portfolio, where also collectors and curators and journalists can find your art. So for example, if we go to digital art, I will show an example. Yeah, so different artists, yeah, different projects. Yeah, so for example, if we go and open this card with artists, we can find the information. And those who are looking for some specific art can go and contact and write directly to you, acquiring your artwork or inviting you to some solo show or something. So yeah, please pay attention to this thing. Okay, let's go back to our presentation. That will help me to navigate here. We don't have a lot of time. So, okay, Instagram. I will tell you some maybe obvious advice, but okay, if you are posting regularly and use these hashtags, you have more chances that your work, your project will be noticed. So here we have these hashtags, and also you can add here the name of your technique. I don't know, if you create something in virtual reality or augmented reality, or I don't know, maybe you create something in generative art format and technique. You can also use this hashtag with specific technique that you work with. So in this sense, for us, for curators, it will be easier to find you in the big, big universe of Instagram accounts, because we are following some hashtags that artists put in their posts. So if we need artists who work in augmented reality, we just follow augmented reality hashtag, and we can find who in the world is creating the most exciting, most beautiful project in this technique. So don't forget about hashtags. And some basic advices: complete your profile. In Instagram, as you remember, you have this line where you can put your name, your status, like digital artist or something, and you can put your website. Of course, we are all digital, but of course we need to have portfolio. If to Instagram account that you have, you will also have your website with the project that you do, it will be easier for collectors or curators understand what kind of work you do. So in Instagram account, it is like must, and your website with your portfolio is also must. It can be very clean and very laconic, but you should have this. Follow the right people. Okay, for example, I don't know, you are admiring the work of Ryoki Ikeda, this beautiful artist from Japan, if I'm not wrong, that is creating these big screens with digital graphics, amazing, who works with NASA and so on. So follow this artist. If his work gives you inspiration, follow these artists, follow those museums that I mentioned in the beginning, follow those curators who work with digital art. So in this sense, you are forming your personal community, your personal network that, okay, the day will come and maybe you will be noticed, and well, maybe you will have some collaboration, or maybe you will be invited to do a solo show or something. Okay, connect your contact list. Yeah, of course. In Instagram, you have this function when you connect your contact list from your phone and from Facebook to your Instagram account. Of course, all your friends, all your family, and all your, I don't know, colleagues should follow you, and you can exchange this community and to grow and grow and grow your followers. That is very important. Be social. Yeah, I can say that, for example, in my practice, when we were looking for artists to invite for one project, we were revising really seriously their Instagram accounts, because, like, from the backstage, I will give you some information. If some company sponsor want to support some art initiative, they will also ask me, Anna, okay, so we are inviting artists, but these artists should be really active on their Instagram. They also should be like opinion leader. So, okay, if you're posting something on Instagram, answer to comments to your artwork, answer to reply to some words that you will find below your post or something. Okay, create good content. Of course, we work in digital, but you should also think about, okay, it is easier for me than for a painter who works with oil paint to promote my artwork on digital resources. But you should probably think about, okay, are these videos are so good? Are these pictures are really in a high resolution? Please control this. For example, if you're putting video, it shouldn't be longer than 1 minute, because with 1 minute you can put this video, and the limit of for a post is 1 minute video. If you're putting their photo, you should control that the quality is good, because also it reflects on the quality of your work and the impression that you make on people who are going through your profile. Post enough, but not too much. Yeah, obvious. So I recommend to post maybe 3-4 times a week. That will be enough and not too much. Hashtags the right way. Here we have their examples. These hashtags have more than 10 million like mentions. So I recommended you the right ones. And also should be, of course, hashtag with your name, because sometimes when we are just beginning to follow some artist, thinking about, okay, in 2 years, I want to do some exhibition with this artist, so I will follow him. And I put this hashtag with your name in my follow list, and I will see all your artworks that you're creating and that you're posting about on your Instagram. Share your account with the world. Okay, what is it all about? Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and they should be, like, say, interconnected. On your Facebook profile and audience, you should mention your Instagram account, and you should invite your Instagram account, from Instagram to Facebook, from there to LinkedIn. So all these, let's say, 3 basic, essential social networks should work. Okay, let's go. Platforms. That is also to continue our conversation about how to be inside the community. Okay, let's go and see. One moment. Where is it? Here it is. So I'm looking for, yeah, it is here. So let's check. Okay, of course, speaking about digital art, we should start from most ancient, but still very, very, very interesting art platforms. For example, Monoscope. It was also created in the 90s, but it is still very beautiful source of information, and also like database of all the digital art that was created. For example, we can go here and we can also create our account here. Sweet, yeah. So creating an account on this platform, you put this information that is always needed. And here we have possibility to present your artwork, to share it with the Monoscope community. And you should actually become a part of this movement of digital art. Yeah, here you can find all this information. It's like Wikipedia. Yeah, it's like Wikipedia for the arts, media, and humanities. So here you can find information. So in this way, you're putting yourself and your name and your projects in this movement of digital art in general. So I really recommend you to do it, because also if you are here and we are looking for you and we can find you on this platform, it is also very, very good impression about your activities as an artist, as an art manager of your art. Okay, let's go further. Yeah, the next database is Compart, Center of Excellence Digital Art. Yeah, it is growing repository on digital art. It currently focuses on 5 top categories: people, works, events, publications, and institutions. We use this slightly problematic term digital art, yeah, from where we started this meeting today, in a broad sense, more or less, like in order to be included, an entity of database must have its tools and operations by digital computers or reflect on such entities, or to be otherwise related to them. But we allow for some sloppiness. We also insert entities of historic relevance to digital art. So guys, I really recommend you to use this possibility, and also to be somehow integrated here. And we can find this information here about artists presented here. And it is really, as you can see, is growing database for everything. Yeah, here you can also log in. Yeah, so to be also integrated to this system. Okay, let's go to something that is more young, let's say, Arizona. And here also you can see what's going on in this digital art world, and a lot of information that can work for your work on your digital projects. And also you can read what's going on in community, and sometimes you can find here events that will be really useful for you to participate, to present, to promote your art. You can really study this this website and to find what is needed for you. For example, open calls and so on. Yep. Okay. Let me go back to the presentation. Okay. platforms. Great. Okay, Facebook communities, the power that we also can use for promotion and PR. Here we have a list of 10 of them, but there are more than 50 Facebook communities and groups dedicated to digital art. Let's see some of them. Okay, digital art, it is with more than 30,000 people that are following this thing. This community is more about digital graphics, as we can see. Oh, I'm sorry, let me somehow close it. And if you are creating in digital graphics, that will be a very good source for your inspiration and also the place where you can post your artworks for the international public. And also sometimes you can find here some good open calls and some information that can be useful in terms of to study new methods, to study new instruments. So pay attention on this thing if you work with digital graphics, for example. Let's go further. Illustration digital painting, it is also for those who work with digital graphics, and also community is showing, discussing, helping each other. Okay, the group is also very big. Let's see how big is it. Yeah, it's 80,000 people. Digital painting, yeah, as you can see, a lot of these groups there about digital graphics. Let's go to see something more. This I would not recommend. Real-time generative interactive art collective. Yeah, it was started by Art Collective, but still you can find here interesting ideas and interesting discussions about digital art and how to work and which instruments to use and which applications can be useful and some educational activities and so on. So if you are creating in this media, if you work with generative and interactive art, you should definitely go here and check it out. Let's go further. This we already saw. Digital art. Here you can find so quite a big group, 50,000 people, and here you can find different art. It's game art and some digital graphics and some courses that can be useful also for your work. Entonces, so digital art. Digital artists. You see these guys really active. We already have seen him in 3 groups. Okay. Yeah, so here is also digital graphics mostly. Yeah. Actually, the list is very big. If you're interested in some specific digital art instrument, just contact me and I will recommend you what to follow. What else I can recommend you to pay attention? There is very interesting initiative that is called Digital Earth. They also do some fellowships and talks and so on. So also you can check it out and maybe to participate in some of these events. Okay, let's go back. And here you can see a list of some media that are posting on regular basis about digital art. So what I recommend to you and what works with those artists with whom we are working with, just go check and understand who from journalists work with digital art topic. And creating this interaction with these journalists, you can definitely send information about new projects that you are doing now, and maybe some of your projects will will appear in the article on this digital art dedicated media. So here you have a list. Yeah, and to finish our short, but I hope very useful meeting, what I recommend you to be active, yeah, not to be shy, post about your projects, be open, yeah, and you know, that not only open to your public, not only open to your colleagues, that is very difficult, but it can definitely work, but open to all the possibilities and opportunities that you can meet on the internet. It can be collaborative project. It can be participating in some advertising project. It can be something that you never did before. Be open, and who knows in which point, in which project, in which place you will be noticed, and maybe it's the next step for the other big project. Develop your recognizable style, of course. Now digital art and all this NFT movement and this fashion made this very sad effect that we can see a lot of very similar art projects. So develop your recognizable style. That is my advice. And in this sense, you will be noticed. You will be recognized by curators, by art professionals, and followed by those people who are interested in digital art. Collaborations, of course, I already mentioned. Don't be selfish, like everything for me. Work with other people as you're doing it now with your colleagues from Ukraine and Great Britain. It's very beautiful initiative, and I'm really sure that the project that you will present in the final part of your residency will be very interesting. I'm happy to collaborate with the Digital Art Observatory and promote your projects also. Post regularly, of course, we already mentioned it, and experiment. Don't be closed only with the media that you're working on now. Try to use, I don't know, Oculus, try to use augmented reality, virtual reality, new instruments, new programs, new ways of working with material. In this way, you are making your artistic universe really beautiful, really interesting, that we as an audience, as curators, as art professionals will want to share, we want to explore. So good luck for your projects. I'm finishing now. If you have some questions, I will be happy to answer.